Dateline Newark, Monday, 19 May. In a follow-up to a story we first brought you 2 weeks ago, New Jersey Democrat Congresswoman LaMonica McIver, or LaMonica the Forearm Shiver Queen, as we have come to lovingly know her around here. She was officially charged this week with assaulting, resisting, and impeding a federal law enforcement officer, stemming from the incident earlier this month in which LaMonica the FSQ showed up with a couple of other members of Congress and the mayor of Newark in a partridge in a pear tree, unannounced and with clearly violent intent, for the express purpose of creating a disturbance, causing a riot, and hopefully getting arrested and getting some sick viral footage so we can use it for fundraising, y'all. But LaMonica the FSQ says she is not chastened and she will not be silenced by no crack-ass, racist-ass conspiracy. Shit! That was strange. It felt for a moment there like Black George Washington was trying to take over and do the rest of the roundup. But here, let's hear it from LaMonica's own facehole, and as you listen to these words, consider them when weighed against the actual footage you have seen with your own lying eyes of this big, ridiculous woman very clearly assaulting federal officers with her elbows and her forearms and her very ample posterior. And hey, I guess it makes sense to use the biggest weapon that you brought with you. Ask for Rikishi, he will tell you. Running into people with his ass, it was his finishing maneuver, and that dude is a legend. So just for fun, as we read LaMonica's statement, let's count the lies as we go. Quote, earlier this month, I joined my colleagues to inspect the treatment of ICE detainees at Delaney Hall in my district. I guess that one could be seen as truthful, so we'll give her that one. We were fulfilling our lawful oversight responsibilities. That's a lie. As members of Congress have done many times before, that's also a lie. And our visit should have been peaceful and short. Alright, I'm willing to call that one true. Instead, ICE agents created an unnecessary and unsafe confrontation when they chose to arrest Mayor Baraka. As like a 5-alarm pants-on-fire lie. The charges against me are purely political. I guess we could call that one true. I mean, as a practical matter, you pulled a very dumb political stunt and you got arrested, and so yeah, I will give you that one. They characterize and distort my actions. That one's a pretty hilarious lie, since we've got, 3 or 4 different body cam angles on the whole thing? I mean, when you launch yourself toward another person while wildly swinging your elbow toward their face, how many different ways are there to interpret that action? And no, the judges will not accept, oh, that was just legislative oversight. Sorry. And speaking of that, we've still got one left to go, one little line. And they are meant to criminalize and deter legislative oversight, end quote. And she closes with perhaps the biggest lie of all, as you do, of course, because here we have a complete idiot who thinks you and I are also complete idiots. She thinks we are such credulous fools that it would never occur to us to think, well, if you wanted a tour of the facility, why not just call them and schedule a tour? Why show up with a rent-a-mob and 2 camera crews and start banging on the gates and assaulting people? But yes, clearly it was the ICE personnel who instigated the physical confrontation here. You guys were just minding your own business. So God bless you, LaMonica, you and your flying forearm of doom. I think I speak for all of us here at The Last Radius when I say we look eagerly forward to seeing you working in the independent pro wrestling circuit after the voters throw you out of Congress early next year.